how I got into this mix.
Hey everyone, this is Derrick Broze of the Conscious Resistance Network. Today is Monday, November 21st, 2016, and I'm just checking in with a breaking updated story from last night. I'm going to activistpost.com for a report that I just wrote that has been collected based on reports from the ground at Standing Rock. The fight against the Dakota Access Pipeline. Riot police fire water cannon, rubber bullets at unarmed water protectors. So the fight, of course, has been going on since August when the violence first began, as the Sacred Stone camp and the Red Warrior camps began to take a stand physically against the construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline. And since then, we've witnessed an increase in totalitarian tactics as the Morton County Sheriff's Office uses rubber bullets, tear gas, and last night, for the first time since conflicts began, a water cannon. There was also reports of concussion grenades or stun grenades being thrown by police. According to the Sacred Stone camp, hundreds of water protectors were injured at the Standing Rock encampments when law enforcement blasted them with water cannons in freezing temperatures Sunday evening. The attacks came as water protectors used a semi-truck to remove burnt military vehicles that police had chained to concrete barriers weeks ago, blocking traffic on Highway 1806. So as the water protectors attempted to clear the road, they were hit with tear gas, LRAD, sound cannon, rubber bullets, and the water cannon, all being done in about 26 degrees weather Fahrenheit. And there was also reports from the National Lawyers the Guild that multiple people were knocked unconscious and bleeding after being shot in the head by rubber bullets. Also reports of over 160 people injured, including a 13-year-old girl being shot in the face. And the local medics were overwhelmed trying to deal with it. LaDonna Allard, who's the director of the Sacred Stone camp, says, "We are asking for clean water, we are asking for the right to live, we are asking for our children to live. Instead, they attack us because they protect oil. Morton County and DAPL security are inhuman. What is wrong with their hearts?" So this all unfolded yesterday about 5 p.m. on Sunday as protectors were beginning to remove one of the burnt armored vehicles that had been left by the police. And what's really important is these are the same vehicles that I witnessed being left by the law enforcement and then set on fire by a group of provocateurs on October 27th. And you can see this in my full report from theconsciousresistance.com. So I witnessed these provocateurs setting an SUV on fire. Then the police came and parked their armored vehicles on the edge of the bridge and then drove away. And essentially the police left the vehicles there to be set on fire, and in those same vehicle fires were used to demonize the protectors and to block the bridge and keep protectors from entering the site of construction. So on Sunday, one of these same vehicles was chained to an 18-wheeler, and water protectors attempted to remove it from the bridge. Eventually, water protectors were successful in removing one of the armored vehicles, but not before the police began firing rubber bullets and using a water cannon. At first, the sheriff's office told NBC that no water cannons were used, but hours later, one of their spokeswomen confirmed that they had used it, and they said they used it for crowd control because they were dealing with a riot on the bridge. It doesn't look like it was a riot. And so the fight continues. Legally, as far as the courts are concerned, Friday Energy Transfer Partners CEO Kelsey Warren told AP, the Associated Press, that his company is not considering rerouting the pipeline, which earlier in this month, Obama had said that the Army Corps of Engineers was considering possibly rerouting it. Energy Transfer Partners actually filed suit against the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers after the Corps decided they needed more time to review the permitting for the final construction on the pipeline. And Warren's comments also came on the same night that North Dakota Governor Jack Dalrymple asked the Army to solve the crisis and also sought assistance from federal law enforcement to quell the protesters. He said, "Further delays simply prolong the risk to public safety, prolong the hardships endured by area residents, and increase the costs incurred by the state and Morton County. These conflicts continue because Energy Transfer Partner crews are still preparing to tunnel under a lake nearby, Lake Ojai, despite not having the proper permit. So they're continuing their construction in their attempt to do this, even though they haven't really been given permission. So, for those of you who think that this pipeline followed all the proper procedures, you're incorrect. For those of you who think that this is just about water, this is just about the natives, you are incorrect. This is a much bigger fight, and it's time for people to recognize the truth about what's going on. Thank you guys for listening. This is Derrick Broze with the Conscious Resistance. Remember, you are powerful, you are beautiful, you are free. Peace.